Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Mary.
I'm Linda.
We're Pinky Mouse Sisters in the Kitchen, and this is Wednesday, the 5th of October.
Can't believe it.
I know.
Cannot believe it.
It's gone by so fast. It's just the whole year has. But thank y'all for joining with us this morning, and we're going to be making Texas meatballs and rice. A very simple dish.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So we're going to start out with the pound of ground meat, and this is extra lean, and it is. Here's my recipe over here. I'm gonna have to 1.5. Is it 1.5 chicken pepper? Yeah, that's right. It's 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Now, if you don't have smoked paprika, paprika's fine. All it is just spicing this up. So 1 teaspoon of that, of the smoked paprika. This is dish is made in the microwave. You know, you can do just about anything in the microwave. You just have to do the steps a little bit different, especially if you got these rock crock pots.
Yeah. I
mean, you can do it in other dishes too. But and then the chili powder is 1.5. I gotta buy some more chili pepper. It's getting close to winter. We're gonna be using that.
You don't have our chili powder seasoning?
Yeah, I do.
It's really good.
You talk about that mix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. But I'm using this for right now. I guess I'll get it out when I use this. Yeah, that's 1.5 chili powder. And this is something that I forgot when I did the recipe on the website. I didn't put any garlic powder in it. I don't know why that I forgot that, but I did. So I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of garlic. I just forgot to put in the recipe. Is that 1/2 teaspoon? Yeah. For a minute I thought it was a tablespoon. And now we want to get this one doesn't have a teaspoon of salt, and I'm not going to.
Is that a 1/2 teaspoon?
This is 1/2 teaspoon, okay. But I'm going to put another teaspoon in it. And then I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. That's not much for you, is it? I'm going to put
I'd be picking up one of those others.
I know you would. All right. Now, Linda, if you don't mind, get a bowl. I want to beat this egg up.
Okay.
First, before I put it in this mix.
Are you talking about one of these ones?
It doesn't matter. It's just 1 egg. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I forgot to get my little whisk out, but this is.
I shouldn't put my gloves on yet.
But I'm sorry. I'll do it since you already got your gloves on. I wasn't paying attention. I hadn't put my gloves on yet. We're gonna mix this with gloves. So go ahead and.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said you was going to do it.
Well, I forgot that you already put your gloves on. Just want to beat this egg up because we're going to put it in with the meat. You know, this is a recipe that I'm trying to go strictly by the recipe, but you know, I probably would add a little more things to it. But I will tell you, I have made this just the way this recipe is. It's not as spicy, you know, not seasoned as much as what I would probably if I was making up one, which I always do. Let me put this in the sink. Okay, now just gonna pour that in there. And we're just gonna mix this up and make meatballs. When I was raising my family, I think they called them porcupines.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah, Mom used to make them.
Yeah, and you put your rice
in the meatballs.
In the meatballs.
Yeah.
But that's not what this is. This is meatballs, Texas meatballs. And I guess the reason they say Texas is because, you know, you do them a little bit big. But all right, I got all my seasons in my pound of meat and this extra lean. I did put salt and pepper in there, didn't I?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
What are we going to put them on after we make them?
We're going to put them in this.
Oh, you're going to put them in here. Okay.
This is our 2-quart rock crock pot. And we're just going to mix up the meatballs and put them in there. So we just start mixing it.
Mike washed all my aprons yesterday. You know,
Yeah.
you keep 3 or 4 in your
Yeah,
sack
yeah.
because we don't know we're going to wear white or pink. And
Yeah.
he came in there and said, "What do you have in the pockets of them aprons?" Paper towel.
Paper towel.
Remember when we used
Yes.
to check the pockets when we do
Yeah,
wash day?
I had to, Bobby's, because he always kept his knife in his pocket, and so many times he would leave that knife in his pocket, plus some money, change, or
men
bills
always
or something.
have change in their pockets.
And so I always checked it, and I always felt like if I found money in the laundry, it belonged to me. It was just getting paid for my service.
You know how when you're standing at a checkout, if you're paying cash,
Yeah.
and I just give them bills. If Mike is
I do
there, he's
too.
always digging in his pocket, and
too.
pulling out change
Yeah.
and everything.
That's why I wind
That's
up with
why
so
I've
much
got
change.
$20 worth of change
me
in the
too.
bottom of my purse.
My purse gets so heavy. All right, just make meatballs about an inch and a half big. Just rub them around.
I'll look to make sure I'm not doing mine too big.
Well, I didn't make mine that big before. Now, if you don't want to make your own meatballs, you can buy meatballs already frozen.
Does that look about right?
Yeah, that's fine, Linda.
And just lay them in
Just
there?
lay them in there.
You can.
You could buy the frozen meatballs and do the same thing, but I don't.
They're not bad, but the fresh ones are better.
Yeah.
We had spaghetti and meatballs last night for dinner.
Did you?
I used the frozen meatballs.
Did you?
I was like, I feel accomplished enough that I cook.
Yeah.
I can cheat and use cook. Frozen.
The Black Angus ones aren't bad.
No, they're not. And when I was doing I think it was a Christmas party, I did use the frozen ones because I was making a barbecue meatballs. I think I made them on. Haven't we made them on our shows? The barbecue meatballs.
I think we have,
I think
Mary.
we have.
And I want to clarify something, what I said yesterday for y'all when I was we were talking about Mike, and I said something about he's the reason that my hair is gray, or part of it, part of the reason. That was not meant to be disrespectful to Mike, and I should have clarified that yesterday. Mike went through a really catastrophic sickness back several years ago, and he has health problems even now, and that's what I was talking about, but I didn't clarify that, so I didn't want anyone to think that I was being disrespectful when I said that, because it does make you worry, you know, when you have something like that your spouse is going through. I think he kind of got in a little bit in the frame of the picture yesterday when he was walking through the kitchen, his back.
Yeah. I think this has got. Well, I'll just
is that too much?
No,
or?
that's fine. That's fine. And I'm just gonna. I'll make that one small one. I don't want to.
I may have made some of mine too
No,
big.
that's okay. That's all right. Yours is fine. I could have probably done the same. I probably done the same thing. But I love gloves when I'm doing a meatloaf or anything with mixing the meat.
It's good to put gloves on your hands.
I like to use the gloves because that fat in the meat. This is 96.4, and
you're through with this, right?
Yeah, I'm through with it. Thank you. I guess we both walked away from the camera. Anyway, this is the meatballs. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think that's what I made the other day.
Okay, so that was pretty good then.
Yeah, 15 meatballs going in the microwave for 5 minutes.
And do you cook them uncovered or cover it?
Yep, I cover it. Now, my microwave is 1200 watt.
Okay.
So that you have to kind of adjust it watts of your oven.
Okay.
And now I've already washed it and de-seeded it and everything. This is 1 green bell pepper. I don't like green bell pepper as much as I do the yellow ones. I told you I'm trying to follow the recipe, trying to do it exactly like it says, but I'd rather have the green. We're just going to chop this up, Linda. We got plenty of time.
Okay.
I could get the chopper out.
You want them in strips?
I'm going to chop them in little bitty pieces.
Oh, in little pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just, I don't like a big, when I taste a bell pepper, I don't want a big bite. You know what I'm saying? Do you?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
I don't care for the green bell pepper as much. I just put it in little, I do little pieces. I just cut up a few strips and then line them together and cut them up. So we got little Linda back with us today.
Yep.
And Carla's,
On the other
she's,
end.
yeah, she's in back in Wichita Falls. She had to go home and take care of some business, and she's sending me pictures.
Kinley. Oh my goodness.
She's
Bradley.
isn't she darling? And Bradley's just growing up. He just he doesn't look like a little baby anymore.
No,
he's
he
getting
doesn't.
taller, and he's always been so short, and it's making him
Growing up fast.
Yeah, they are.
Is that small enough, Mary?
That's fine. It's fine. And little Kinley was, Carla said, as soon as she got home, she picked her up and she started pointing and grunting towards the door. She wanted to take her out to her house because
no.
she's got the swing out there, and she wanted to go out there and swing and her play with her.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
She's got that little mischievous look in her eyes.
She is mischievous. I mean, she's been mischievous since she was little baby. She'll just squeal and scream for no reason other than just attention. She just squeal. And Bradley, he's very sensitive to noise, and it really hurts his ears for her to scream. I think she's about to get out of that. I don't know what Renee's had to do. I mean, Miranda, to get her out of that, but I think she's quit doing that. But she's mischievous. I guarantee she'll hold her own with Bradley. Of course, Bradley, a letter to a certain degree, you know.
Yeah.
But, all right, we have that done. And we'll put that in there after the 5 minutes. What it is, you cook them for 5 minutes and take them out. And it depends on how much grease. It shouldn't be that much grease in there, but on the recipe that I put on the website, I said drain that off. But when I cooked it, it was very little in there, and I added the bell pepper, which it asks us to put the bell pepper when you put the rice in there, but I put the bell pepper in there because I wanted it to cook
A little bit more.
I wanted it to cook a little bit more. So when the 5 minutes is up, I'm going to put these bell pepper in there and cook it another 4 minutes.
Okay.
So, and then this is the onion, and you wash and cut your onion in little thin slices.
Oh, you need the slicer for that, Mary.
I
The
know.
simple slicer. Do you have one?
Yes, I do. I do. Do you want me to get it?
No, I don't. I don't want your hand to slip.
Well, that's what I'm scared of it.
You're scared of the slicer? It
Mhm.
has the
I
thing
know
on
it
it.
does. I know it does. But I started to get it out and use it the other day. But
So you actually put it in there in the slices? In the pot? Okay.
yeah. You do them in real thin slices because you just lay it on top and it cooks.
Okay.
And I probably should have got the slicer because I don't necessarily get it straight. Can you cut it
It looks
straight?
fine. It looks fine. No, I'm the same way. But the next time I have a lot to cut, I am going to try the slicer.
I should have
see
got it out.
How it works.
I know where it's at, but I would have to.
No, absolutely not. I just
And I'll tell you another thing. I'm not going to put.
the whole thing.
I'm not putting that whole onion in there because I don't like onions. And when I cooked that last week, I dug around the onions. Let me get a pot holder.
Do you want it over there? Or
Yeah, I do. I'm going to show them. But I'm going to get a pot holder. That's what I was what I opened this for. Here, if you don't mind bringing it over here, Linda, so they can see.
smell good.
You want to show them, Linda?
It doesn't have much juice in it
It
at all.
don't have much at all. So I just kind of turn them over. I don't know that it even makes any difference because the other day it didn't. But I'm just going to kind of rearrange them a little bit. You know, sometimes different places in your pot might get a little hotter or something. I don't know that it would in this crock pot. But if you using any other kind of bowl, you know those our leak-proof dishes.
Yeah, they're microwavable.
You can cook small meals in those.
Yeah, I carried a set of those to
Did you, to Jessica?
Yeah,
okay.
and Amy.
Okay, all right. Now we're just going to put those bell peppers in there.
Need your bench scraper.
Yeah, okay. It's probably in the other one, Linda.
Whoops. Are you done with the knives?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to scatter this in here. And like I said, the recipe on the website, I did not put it like this, but it says put it in there when you put the rice in there. But I want these, when I started making it, I said, I want them bell peppers done. And it probably would be done.
Just a couple more here.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of get down because that little bit of juice in the bottom of your pan,
Let's soak into that.
it'll help steam this.
Here's something.
Yeah, put it back in the microwave. I guess I could have showed you.
Was that an old Elvis song that Linda, you may know this, get in the kitchen, start rattling those pots and pans?
Rattle and roll. Is that what that is? Shake, rattle, and roll?
I don't know, but I thought about
Shake those pots and pans, yeah. We did the drawing. We supposed to have done that
Birthday
yesterday
drawing,
for the
yes.
birthday drawing. And the person the number that was selected, and that was her name, was Terry Stuckley. She lives in Burleson, Texas.
Oh,
yeah.
does she? Okay.
We don't have too many winners in Texas. But Terry Stuckley, I think she said her birthday was September the 18th, I believe, if I remember correctly. Anyway, and she had her address on there. And when we go through and we find a person's name and say my birthday is October the 4th and they don't give you address, I can't use those. But she had her address, so congratulations, Terry Stuckley.
Congratulations, Terry.
We'll be sending out your apron today. So now we wait for that to get done, and then we will add.
And for the October birthdays, just FYI, we do not take those until the last week of the month. So don't send us your birthdays yet. The last week of the month.
I will be clearing my texts today. So if you have texted your October birthday, they're going to be deleted today because I cannot. My phone is full, and I got to go through and delete all my texts so we can start over for October. So wait till that last week to text your October birthdays.
Yes.
So it just when I see all the birthdays, I think I wish I could just give everybody a birthday gift. But
there's so many
we just
people
can't.
we would love, and we started doing this over a
year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we've given away an apron every month.
For
and I don't know. Are we going to do that next year?
I don't know.
We just
we
haven't
haven't
discussed
decided
it.
yet. Yeah. We hadn't decided. And y'all don't forget, we're going to be at Bear Creek Saturday, October the
22nd.
From 10 to 12.
Yes.
And if you are coming and you have not told us, please let us know how that you're coming and how many is going to be in your party.
I will show you what I got the other day in the mail.
That is
Isn't this
sweet.
cute? She made this. It's a birthday card.
Is that your first birthday card?
Yeah. And it's from Jane and Lisa Carter. Or Jane Brown and Lisa Carter.
Yeah.
It says happy birthday. And she had a little note in there because she made this card and these little wings was flat. She said press the two wings together and it'll make it look like they're flying. Isn't
beautiful.
that cute?
Yeah.
And it's got a personal message on the back to me.
Very sweet.
Very sweet. Thank you, Jan and Lisa.
Jane,
I mean. So, when the meatballs are, those meatballs is almost done. I could tell. I didn't put a fork in them, but they are done in 9 minutes. So that tells me, and I may do this one day, put meatballs and do meatball spaghetti, and put your sauce in there, and put your raw spaghetti in there, but use some kind of broth to go with it, and it would make it all in what,
all cooked
15,
together.
20 minutes. You have it. It's all in the microwave. You don't have to boil the spaghetti or anything. I'm gonna try it, but I think it'll work.
I'd be anxious to see that because I think it would too.
I think it would work. So I'm putting stewed tomatoes when that gets done. Stewed tomatoes, and the only difference in stewed tomatoes and diced tomatoes diced. This has garlic and oregano and basil. This has celery in it. That's the only difference that I could tell.
Well,
and they didn't have. I bought those at 2 different times, and they didn't have. They didn't have. No stewed tomatoes last night. So I got the diced ones.
Ooh, that smells good. You can smell that bell pepper.
Yeah, I wanted those bell peppers to cook a little bit. So now I just put the whole can.
Juice and all, right?
Juice and all. Oh, would you get me that meat, that chopper?
Mix and chop?
Yes. Yes. Can you get it out? And the reason I say that, see the little tomatoes? I'm going to chop them up.
Well, I'll get it in a minute, Mary.
You want me to get it?
It's stuck.
Okay. I got too much stuff in there, don't I? If you'll just rinse this can out, I mean not much, just a little bit. I'm gonna use a mix and chop to chop those tomatoes. I don't want big tomatoes, so I'm just gonna chop them. And
I didn't get much in there.
that's okay. I didn't want much. I'm just gonna chop it a little bit. It doesn't matter if the tomato is a little bit big, but I don't want to. I just don't want a big chunk of tomato.
Right.
So.
Now we think we're going to Nacogdoches tomorrow, right?
Yeah. If we haven't talked.
We have to check with our aunts.
Check with the aunts.
We got to go to the
Thank you,
cemetery
Linda.
and check on
the
tombstones down there.
All right, and then this is 3/4 cup of rice. That was quite a bit of water I poured in there. I'm gonna put a tad more rice because it's supposed to soak it up. And I didn't notice how much water you had in that can. It was a little bit more. You didn't have much, but that's okay. I'm gonna add a little bit more rice because I don't want it to be soupy.
Okay.
All right.
And you're using minute rice.
Oh yes, I'm using minute rice, instant rice, however you want to.
I was wondering if you were going to use the rice that takes 20 minutes to cook.
No, no. I'm using the minute rice because that does make a difference, y'all.
Are y'all excited about next weekend, next Friday?
What's
a week
next
from
Friday?
Friday is Mary's birthday.
New purse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Mom's birthday.
Yeah.
Linda's excited because I've been promising her and Carla that I'd take them shopping and get them a new purse. And so we're kind of killing 2 birds at 1 stone.
Yeah.
Because we're going to Dallas, so we're going to shop and
Did we get the
just go
hotel
out to eat.
reservations made yet?
No, we need to do that today.
Okay.
I forgot about that. All right, put the lid back on it.
You don't put the onions in now?
Oh, yeah, you do. Because this is the last step. This is why I stopped cutting up the onions. Is because you just kind of separate the rings. Because this is a lot of onion. Because I don't care for onion that much. So I know it calls for a whole one. But actually, this is almost too much for me. Because I don't like so much onion. It's going to be hard to separate onion out of all of this. Now, Chuck, when I made this, he loved it.
Yeah.
He liked all those onions.
It'll certainly give it some good flavor.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That is it. Put the lid on it and back in the microwave. Oh, you know what? I think is that back in the microwave for? Yeah, it's 9 minutes. The other day, I cooked it in two different increments, but I'm gonna go ahead because it took 9 minutes. I'm just gonna go ahead and do 9 minutes, and that is it. So 9 minutes, but you divide it up the first time you put it in the microwave. The second time, I just go ahead and put it in there for 9 minutes. It's 5 to 9 minutes, but it took 9 minutes the other day. And then you let it set in there for 2 minutes just to let it, you know how when you cook, just let it finish cooking or settling, whatever, however you want to call it. But anyway, so that's 9, 9, 18, in 20 minutes. You got it's a meal.
Very little prep time.
Yeah, very little prep time. So that's the Texas meatballs and rice. And like I said, my kids, I made them porcupines all the time.
Yeah, I remember Mama making them.
We had a lot of hamburger helpers type meals when I was raising my kids. I mean, that was basically the main that I used most of the time. Of course, I had chicken and
you didn't really buy the boxes. You made your own.
I bought the pasta and I mixed it up, made it how you can do same thing. Hamburger helper. I mean, you do it with rice. This to me, this is like a hamburger helper, except the meat.
Right.
They usually cook up the meat, and you can do chicken that way. You can do all kinds of things. The next dish I make in this bowl is I'm going to do chicken in Alfredo.
Okay,
I'm gonna try it. I'll let y'all know if it works. I'm gonna put the noodles in there raw.
Okay, that sounds good.
And I'm gonna see because I think I can. I think I can.
Do we have any questions or comments today that anyone's asked anything about?
I haven't seen any questions, but there'll probably be a few now that you.
And if Carla has anything that she wants, she'll text you, right, Linda?
Yeah.
But I do want to say hi to Kathy and my friend in California. Kathy, I hope that you're having a good day, and just want to let you know I'm thinking about you.
Yeah, and Michelle, I've been thinking about her.
Yes.
With her daddy passing away, I've been thinking about her a lot this morning.
And Tina lost her husband.
Yes.
We already mentioned that. But we know that grief is a process, and it's not something you get through quickly.
Yeah. And another lady texted me about her husband went in the hospital last night.
Is that right?
Yeah. And she was asking for prayers. He's got COPD and he's got pneumonia. So that's not a good combination.
No, it's not.
So we're remembering y'all in prayer. And the weather is so nice.
It is beautiful.
So nice. I got
gorgeous.
2 rose bushes that I need to set out. So I might get to that today, but my list, I was writing down this morning everything I need to do today, and oh my goodness, it's a page long. So
I got to go by and drop off the check for our roof. They finished our roof, and I got to go by and pay that today.
Yeah.
And I told you she's was asking about our cooking program, so I'm going to take her a couple of business cards so she'll know how to find us.
Right.
Find
Well,
the right
that
page.
reminds me. Linda and Carla and I the other day we was out shopping in Longview. Mm-hmm. We were going to different little boutiques, and we run into a lady that was interested in our videos, and so we gave them a card, and they were really sweet. That was one place that was at a resale shop. They had a purse.
Oh yeah.
They had a Kate and Spade purse in the window, and it was a nice purse.
Was it a new resale place that you've never been to before?
I had never been there before. It's downtown Longview.
Okay.
And they had name brand items in there, and that's what got my attention. They got Brighton purses in there, and they're still not cheap, but they're cheaper than you go buy them new. That Kate and Spade was $200. course, I didn't get it, but it was a nice, and just the ladies were just super nice, and they followed us to the door, talking to us.
Oh wow! I don't get downtown Longview hardly ever.
I don't normally either. It was that shop was beside another shop that we were actually visiting, and the shop that we had keyed in for the address, they were closed. So I seen that resale shop in the window, and I said, I'm gonna look at that, and then I seen that purse. But anyway, so they were really nice ladies, and we enjoyed that little visiting around. I think we went, I don't know how many, 3 or 4 shops. One of them was closed, one of them was out of business. But anyway, we just like to look up new things and go to new places.
I get a new purse every 2 years, so I'm really picky about what I get.
Yeah, I know.
So what color are you looking for, Linda?
It'll be a neutral, a brown, or a black, or something.
Okay.
The one I have now, I hate to get rid of because I bought the matching luggage.
Oh no!
It's Coach. You're talking about a Coach.
I have an MK is what
Oh,
I have.
it's MK. Okay.
But I mean, I have Coaches too, but
Yeah.
So do you recycle your purses or bring them back out a year or so later?
No, I have a closet full, and they look brand new. Like these purses last 2 years. Like
Well, you can sell them online.
That's what
Linnell did.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. That lady who does the resale.
Right.
I was like, that's what I should be doing with my purse.
Right.
But after 2 years, I'm sick of it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
So,
Well, I've
but
got-
They look brand new.
Yeah.
Well, you probably could really sell
Yeah.
them. I've got some Brighton purses that I don't want to get rid of because they're classic, and this was before the pockets for the cell phone, for the smartphones, but they're classic. So how do you get rid of a classic? You know,
Yeah.
Now, the
Well-
first one that I bought, it's I couldn't even get my wallet in it now. It's an organizer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
they'll stay on the closet.
have
When I
never
die,
been.
somebody else will throw them to the Goodwill or something, probably.
I have never been a name brand purse person. I just never have. I have some, but Linda's given them to me because I'll tell you where my name brand purse, the one that I carry most of the time now.
Charles Linnell?
And this, well, now Charles Linnell has given me two Coach purses. Yes, they have. That's what I'm saying. People give me the name brand purses. I don't normally buy them, but I did buy a name brand purse at a garage sale one day. Leather, my favorite purse. I paid $5 for
And
it.
what
And it was
kind of
brand new. It was King Mountain, a Mountain King, or something like that.
Stone Mountain?
Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain.
It's very soft leather, yeah.
Soft leather. I love it. And I and I've had it for a very long time. Very long time.
Well, I'll tell you. Now, I've loved Brighton for years, and Mike has bought me some Cole Haan purses that I literally carried till I wore them out. I think I gave you one, and the other one I carried till I literally wore it out. He has bought me a Kate Spade purse, but I bought a purse from a department store, and I paid $69. And in the scheme of things, $69 is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money for a purse, for a good purse. And I bought it at a department store. I won't tell you which one, but within a month, it peeled.
Oh.
And I said, I will never buy a purse again unless it's one that I know is going to last. And when I say last, I mean we carry these purses every day.
Yeah.
And Brighton, they guarantee theirs, and you register them, and they will even clean it after a year and send it back to you, and it looks like it's brand new.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm picky about my cologne. I like a good perfume. I finally found one that I like, but it's hard to find. It's hard to find when you change.
Yeah.
I changed, and it took me a while, but
what's the name of it?
the Gucci Bloom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell you, I never had that amount of money to spend on anything. My kids come first. Now, if Linda wanted something name brand, she got it, but Mama didn't. I didn't.
I think that's typical of
you know,
mamas.
yeah.
Oh,
So
you're going to let it set.
I'm gonna let it set. The microwave just went off, so I'm gonna let it set for about 2 minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like.
I don't know if Mama ever had a name brand purse in her life or not.
I doubt it.
The most expensive outfit Mama ever owned is the one that we bought her. She was buried in.
Yeah, I remember when we went shopping for that.
Now, we
got it
did
at
buy
Dillard's.
her dresses, but she made
Yeah.
most of her clothes.
Yeah.
But she wore good shoes. She wore mostly
yeah, she did.
SAS shoes.
Yeah, she did.
But Mama was not a name brand person. Yeah. She just never was. But I've always felt like you get what you pay for, and you can get some bargains, like you did that one getting it at the garage sale, you know. But
it was brand new. Still had the tag on it.
yeah,
They
you got
still
a
had the
steal
tag.
on that.
Yeah, I did.
We went shopping for perfume for Carla
Yeah.
a week ago.
Yeah.
And I have a very strong opinion about perfumes. And I have unfriended somebody over this. I think that you can only have one friend can have that perfume in the friend group.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you cannot have somebody else's
No.
perfume. That's your perfume. So I told Carla, if you get my perfume, you are no longer my sister.
Yeah.
Like, we all get our own perfume.
So did she find one that she liked?
I think so. Yeah, she got one.
Well, now you and I, we wore the same perfume
Yeah,
for
I've
years.
worn white diamonds for decades, and it's not expensive. I buy it, or used to buy it every Christmas when I got it for half price.
And that's why I wore white diamond, because she would give me some every Christmas, white diamond. So that's why that I started wearing the white diamond, and I wore white diamond for years. But
when I was young, I mean, like young in my 20s, I loved Chanel. I loved Chanel number 5 and Chanel number 22.
Yeah.
And I went by Dillard's a few months ago, and I did a test on that. And I just detested it.
I didn't like it
what was
either.
wrong with me?
Yeah.
I wore this for
I did
so
too.
long.
I did too.
But I'm sure there's so many very
what you get
expensive
used to.
perfumes. But
it took me a while to get used to that. The new one.
did it?
That I.
Well, perfume is expensive. I have full confession. I don't buy the whole bottles. I buy the $30 sample bottles.
The little ones, yeah.
Yeah. I did buy a big bottle because it'll last me for a long time. So
Yeah, I've got, and I do have some little teeny tiny bottles of white diamonds, but most of mine, what I wear is just cologne.
Yeah.
It's white diamonds cologne.
it's good, but I like to when I approach somebody, and they have a good perfume. I like that.
Yeah,
I like to smell a good
real nice.
Now, some people it's not so good, that you don't care about smelling, but it just fits different people. And I know the grandkids said something about I don't know, they say, do you have a T-shirt or something that they can put on for a while they're here? They didn't bring anyway, and I would go to the closet and get something. They put it on. They said, "Oh, ma'am, all this smells just like you." So some things they just
mothballs. Frankie Mom used to keep mothballs in her trunk.
She did. She sure did. Okay, let's see. That should be.
Whoa,
There it is.
that looks nice.
I guess I get a spoon. See?
That smells really good.
See? And it's done.
Yep, and it's not extra juice in it either, is it?
But I put that little tad more, maybe a tablespoon for a rice, because I knew whenever I poured that water in there, it just, that's going to be more water than what we need. Okay, I guess we get Linda, I guess I need a picture of this, and then I'll put a picture of it in a bowl or a plate, I guess. I want you to taste it. Probably doesn't have enough black pepper in it for you.
Did you get the pics I sent you yesterday?
I did.
Okay.
I haven't put them on the website yet, but I did get them.
It's got a lot of onions in it. You like onions, though, don't you?
Well,
cooked.
I eat them, yeah.
Oh, I want you to taste it. This is about 4, 5 servings on this amount. I honestly wanted to make double the recipe today, but I didn't because I wanted to use this.
Right.
We have a larger rock pot. This is an everyday rock
Yeah.
pot. The other one is actually a 4-quart.
quart.
And so this is 2-quart, and I wanted to use a 2-quart. So anyway, taste it and see.
Thank you, Lord.
Get Jesus. I don't want an onion.
Hot.
Good in it. It's good. So, it's flavors. See the bell peppers. Oh my swallow. Are
Need water?
cooked better. I guess I better get me some water.
It's delicious. All the flavors melt together. You can taste the onions, the bell peppers, and that tomato just kind of gave it a little bit of extra flavor.
Yeah.
The meatballs are real tender. It's really delicious, Mary. This would be a great meal, an easy, quick meal for someone to fix. You did good.
In one dish.
Right.
We don't have a bunch of dirty dishes. Mike would like this, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would. I straightened up a little bit yesterday, but there was stuff all over the place, and I had to sit down because of my back.
Yeah.
And I fixed us a hot dog for lunch. But anyway,
Let me tell you what. You know, the other day when I made that butterscotch cake, remember that frosting?
You had dishes everywhere.
And I remember I dropped that
Yeah.
whisk fell out of that. I want you to know, when everybody left and I was cleaning, I had butterscotch icing. When that thing splattered. It was all over my skirt, on my stove, my
Well, I
cabinets.
didn't even notice that. I knew it was on the floor, but I didn't notice
Well, it wasn't a lot, but
Yeah.
I mean, I got to looking and it was everywhere. I had to clean off the cabinets and everything.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I did it, and that ain't the first time I've dropped that spatula out of that boiler either. I'll tell you for sure. I've done that before. But my skirt, it was below my apron. It was all on my skirt.
Oh, my goodness.
Butterscotch frosting. Anyway, that's me. So we appreciate y'all tuning in with us today, and it seemed like this week is already gone almost.
It just started. Now it's fixing to be the end of the week again. I'm telling you, y'all young people, if y'all are watching us and y'all think time drags, just wait till you get old and you will not even know where time goes. It goes by so fast.
You can't
Some
get
days
everything
I don't even
done.
know what day it is, and I'm thinking,
I know.
is it Monday or is it Friday?
Did you know when first thing I wake up, I think, what is today? What have I got to do today? And then I have to think a minute for my brain to process what day it is and what I either got to go to your house, or I got to get things ready, or whatever I'm going to do that day. I have to think my days are so run together, especially when we go out of town and come back.
That kind of throws us off a little bit.
So.
But
So there's a lot of commentary. So Aunt Linda, you need to weigh in. Somebody was asking a question about you, and they said old Linda. And so there's a lot of commentary. Maybe you should tell them you're not offended.
I'm not offended, not at all. I am old. I am. And like Linnell, I'm not quite sure how I got to be 74. I do too. I kept living, but you look at different parts of your life by the decade. Do y'all do that? Like, I was here during this decade. I was here during this decade. This kid was born during this decade.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Okay, what else, Linda? Anything else?
No, I've just been over here laughing. I laughed when they called you old Linda at first because I thought that's funny. And then everybody else started commenting, and I was like, maybe they need to know that you're not.
Yeah,
offended.
not at all. Not at all.
Well, I'm the clumsy one, klutzy one that drops everything, and
Oh
that's
Lord,
me.
Mary,
We're just real.
I made
You're
such,
older than her.
Yeah.
I made such a mess yesterday. I was dripping batter all over the muffin pans, and I'm not
That's
usually
okay.
like that.
Yeah, but that's okay. Hey, the way I look at it, I mean, that's part of us. We're being real. We don't edit our videos. Y'all just
They should hear us behind camera. I call y'all the old ladies all the time.
well, that's okay. We are.
But you know what? Getting old is a privilege.
Yeah,
and
it
a lot
is.
of people
That's right.
people never get that privilege. So every morning I wake up, I thank God for waking me up that morning.
Yeah, me too, Linda.
I
Me
do.
Too. Me too. Mama died at 77. That ain't but a year.
She would have been.
I'll be
She was
77.
almost 78 when she died. Yes,
Yeah.
she was 77 years old.
Yeah.
Sure was.
So I guess that's another couple years.
Well, we went through. Daddy was 43 when he died. Of course, his was a tragedy, but. For years, Mama was just waiting till all of us passed that age, 43.
Yeah,
It was
Mentally,
buried on her mind. Yeah.
mentally,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
I
I
know.
think about nieces and nephews. And Linda, how old are you now?
42.
So you're about, you still, and not to disrespect Linda, because she is a grown woman, but you don't even look at them as being
No, I
old.
still look at it as my little
Yeah.
little girl. Yeah,
And
know.
I think about Pinky Mom, Pinky Paw, like
Yeah.
they lost their son.
I know. When he was
at that
39.
early of an age.
Well,
He was 43. Mama was 39.
yeah. Well, when Mama had her car accident, she was. How old was she? It was in I thought it was in 1968. I think you said
98.
it was 98.
98 or 99?
Okay, maybe it's 98. Mama was 6. I'm thinking in my mind, her age. Was she 68? I thought she was 68.
Sounds about right.
I thought she was 68, but you told me she was a year or two older than that. But anyway, when I turned 68, you would have thought that I was going to die the next day. My kids would not let me go to Dallas, wouldn't let me go to see Carla, nowhere without them going with us.
Because
Mama had her accident when she was 68. And I couldn't believe it. Whenever I said I was going to go somewhere, little Linda says, I'll drive you. I'll take you.
Well, Mary, Mama and her sisters, Mama and Aunt Elsie, Aunt Faye, Aunt Laverne, and Aunt Selby, this was a tradition for them. Every year they went to Dallas to Christmas shop. Mm-hmm. And they went to Mesquite's where they went to, which is actually this side of Dallas.
Yeah.
But for 4 or 5 women, to go by themselves,
Right.
it used to worry me.
Yeah. Well,
And they did that for
Yeah.
a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
did.
every year they went. And look at us.
and we still traveling.
and we're traveling all over. And Mike is not always happy when I go. Not happy at all. Not that he doesn't want me leaving. He worries about
I
about
know.
me.
Well, I can understand.
But independence is really important, and we were really like with Mom. Like we did not want her going anywhere.
Yeah.
We did. If anything around the house needed to be done, we were going to be the one to do it. But then in one of my psychology classes during that time, I read how independence is so important to older people, because when they lose their independence, they lose their will to live.
Yeah.
And that's when I had the attitude of, well, you're grown, do it.
Yeah.
And it really did.
She did
Mom
change.
hurt
Linda
that
did
up.
change. Yeah. She
It
did.
really is so
Yeah.
important to
Yeah.
maintain
Yeah.
independence.
It is
Right.
very important. It's when a older person, elderly, and we are elderly, I understand that, old, when they are no longer able to drive. And
That'd be devastating.
You just, because
Yeah.
we are go people.
Yes.
We're busy people. Mama was the same way. I'm gonna be hard to deal with. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna be hard to deal with. They take my
I
car
know.
keys away from
Yeah.
me.
I
My
know.
car that I paid for, I am not gonna like it. But
It's gonna be
hopefully
hard.
I'll have sense enough to know when that time comes that it's, anyway.
I know.
I hope that's not going to be for a while.
I hope not either. I know we're going to have like Linda said, we're going to have a girls trip on the 14th, and I'm
That's gonna
looking
be
forward
fun.
to that.
I
Yeah.
am too.
So-
I'm looking forward to it. I guess we'll get off here and see them sometimes tomorrow. And y'all know we don't do an event for our out and about because of time,
know
not
when.
knowing exactly.
We don't even know what we're going to actually video because just whatever we do and whatever we go, we're just going to film it, some of it, So we'll be on live sometime tomorrow. So we love y'all and we appreciate y'all so much for joining us and all your sweet comments and your love.
Bye from old Linda.
Bye.